My son found it. Yeah, I had no idea about Sovereign, knew nothing about it. Eric has been to, I don't know how many, probably 10 rehab facilities over the last, he started when he was 14, he's 22, 8 years. He's been to about 10 rehabs. Yeah, he's started out just like most normal kids, you know, 12, 13 years old, started dabbling with marijuana and beer, and then he went on to opiates, to pills, and after the opiates, then they went on to heroin. So he progressed pretty quickly. Probably by the time he was, we put him in his first rehab when he was 14, when we knew there was a problem, and thought maybe we could nip it in the bud. And that didn't work out so well. He got kicked out of about 3 or 4 rehab centers. I mean, he lasted 2-3 weeks in one, go to another one up there, you know, in the northern part of North Dakota, and he'd last, you know, a month, month and a half, and got kicked out of that one. So he knew he could get kicked out of them. So once he learned that, then it was easy, you know, to get kicked out of them. Same with Hazelden. He was at Hazelden for 2 months, 2.5 months, and then we got a call one night that we have to come pick Eric up. And we're like, what the heck now? And this was when he was about 16, 17, you know, right around in there. He broke into the kitchen. Him and another boy broke into the kitchen. They got caught, so they said, you gotta come get him. So we had to go pick him up, you know. We have noticed a big change, and we think that, you know, it's probably part Sovereign and part Eric. We think Eric is really, really ready to change this time. I mean, a year and a half ago he was in Rock Solid out in California, in Southern California, and he seemed like he really wanted to change, but he manipulated us to take him out of there. When we left, he came home with us. We went out there for about 7 days, and then when we left, he manipulated his way into talking us into taking him back with us. So we did. And I guess, and I just learned this, but I guess the day after we got back, he started using again. So that was a wasted 2.5 months, you know. So this time, we told Eric he doesn't have a choice. He can't live with us anymore. We were ready to throw him out on the street. And let the bank come get his car, and I mean the whole works. So we told him, you either get into treatment or you're on the street. And so he found Sovereign. I don't know how he did it, but he found it. And he made all the calls, all the arrangements. The only thing I did was verify my insurance, and that was it. So he's done all the legwork in getting himself here, and he's going to sober living after he leaves here. So we've kind of got that roadmap already laid out. And our plan is to, you know, help him get home so he can get his car and then get him back down here. He wants to make this his home. So he wants to make Southern Florida his home. So we won't support him, but we will help support him, like with his car payment and his sober living payment and stuff, as long as he stays sober. We knew that Tim, his caseworker, has been involved with Karen, my wife, more so than me. And she and the gal, they have both been in contact with my wife very closely. And just from knowing how they've contacted Karen and been in touch with her, they text her, they call her. Eric calls us just about every morning and every night, sends us pictures of the sunsets. I mean, so my impression was that this is paradise, you know, and he's got great people working with him because they're in contact with us, telling us what's going on, and then he calls and confirms what's going on. He's been more honest this time than he ever has been before at any other treatment place. So I think his honesty is part of the coming out that he needed to work on. I mean, big time. Oh yeah, I believe they're being met full, yeah, without a doubt. Eric's changed his honesty, his confidence, his morals. I mean, his just physically as well. I mean, he looks healthy. I know when he came down here, he was probably 20 pounds lighter, and rings under his eyes. He looked bad. He had, you know, a lot of heroin junkies, you know, look, and that's what he was. And so he looks a lot healthier. He's pleasant to be around. He talks. He's positive. He has an outlook that I think he can achieve. You know, he's talking about realistic goals. Very, very relaxed. Very, very thorough. Very relaxed. I like it because it's a different approach. The cognitive behavior, I don't know that anybody's ever stressed that much of cognitive behavior opposed to the 12-step. You know, every other program he's been in has really emphasized the 12-step, and you know, this is a different approach. So I really am hopeful, and we're praying hard that this is his last treatment facility. The location. Being from North Dakota, we love the warm weather, and being on the river, he sends us unbelievable sunsets. But we like the laid-back atmosphere. It's not a, like, we've gone to the family program at Hazelden, at Rock Solid. We've been to all the family programs that he's ever, you know, made it that long in, which are about 2 or 3 other ones. But they're more intense. You know, they're more, you know, be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll break for lunch at 11:30. We'll be back here at 12:30. You know, boom, 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 cut and dry, and with 40, 50 other parents. You know, and it's been big groups, and it's been a lot of intensity, and a lot of crying and weeping and tears, and you know, and that's what we were expecting. Again, was, you know, a lot of, you know, being honest and open, and I did this and did that, and that's not. To me, that's not helpful. You know, it really isn't. You know, what's done is done. I mean, there's not a lot you can do about what he did 3 months ago or a year ago. I really don't need to know those stories. I'm interested in today and tomorrow, you know, and that's the approach and the attitude that I get from Sovereign. Is it's about today and tomorrow. Yesterday's gone. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's focus on today, and let's focus on, you know, tomorrow's not here yet, so let's just mainly focus on today. So I get that atmosphere, that impression that that's how Sovereign, the community, kind of helps each other. Well, this has probably been the most effective treatment program that Eric's ever been in, and like I said, he's been in double digits, so he's been in a lot of them, all over the upper northwest, southwest part of the country, north part of the country, and this has been probably the most helpful facility that he's been at. So I would say give it a chance.